Today on Hearts of Heroes, young lives upended by disaster.
Coast Guard, I need assistance. My boat capsized.
A rogue wave leaves two young boys and their father clinging to a sinking boat. Their only hope? The U.S. Coast Guard.
Searching for somebody in the ocean is a needle in a haystack.
All we knew was that there was potentially a capsized vessel.
We had time against us. This was getting tight.
Plus,
a mother runs up to me and tells me that her kid's inside.
A family's most vulnerable, surrounded by flames.
Every parent's first nightmare.
Time was of the essence.
In moments of crisis, heroes are the first to rise and respond. Any surfer will tell you, Hawaii is known for its incredible ocean waves. But these powerful swells also have the force to capsize and even destroy giant watercraft.
When one large wave overturned a 16-foot boat carrying a father and his two young sons, the Coast Guard would pull out all the stops to try to rescue the family adrift at sea.
With its white sand beaches and crystal clear waters, Hawaii defines paradise. Yet, even in this idyllic setting, dangers can strike. And the United States Coast Guard is always ready to respond.
The waters of Hawaii are unlike any waters around the world. The power behind the ocean here is impressive. It's very dangerous. And the sea state can build to an extreme level. We're talking 50, 60, 70-foot surf conditions.
Flying here in Hawaii is uncomparable to anything else I've ever experienced. We are the only Coast Guard station in the whole Pacific. We provide coverage for all the Hawaiian Islands, so it keeps us on our toes all times of the year.
In October 2024, a father and his two young sons experienced the full force of these dangerous conditions. 7 miles off the coast of Maui, a massive rogue wave struck their 16-foot fishing boat.
The wave capsized the boat so quickly, only one of the victims, the youngest boy, had time to put on his life jacket.
Coast Guard. Hello. Hi, I need assistance. My boat capsized.
Suddenly, the signal went dead. A helicopter from the U.S. Coast Guard's air station, Barber's Point on Oahu, was in the air. They heard the Mayday signal, but had few details.
The SAR alarm went off regarding an uncorrelated Mayday,
meaning that there was some type of Mayday call on the radio, and we did not have much information, such as the position or what type of boat. All we knew was that there was potentially a capsized vessel.
The Coast Guard Command Center had to come up with a search and rescue plan based on what little information they had.
What they're utilizing is a transmission from a radio call. So it's literally a direction in which the radio transmission came from over here. That's all we had. It's in this part of the ocean. This is roughly how far we think it's offshore. Go here.
The MH-65 Dolphin helicopter and its 4-person crew headed toward the island of Maui.
We were on scene and we executed a full search and rescue pattern.
The pilot flying is monitoring the controls, but also looking outside, and everyone else is just heads outside. We're really just using our eyeballs to search for whatever search object is that day.
Searching for somebody in the ocean is a needle in a haystack, times a million, especially when the hull of their boat is blue, or they're not wearing any color that is extremely loud, such as orange or yellow.
Hours later, they came up empty. Despite hours of intense searching, there was no sign, nothing.
Generally, we only have 6 hours of flight time accrued to us, so we had time against us. This was getting tight.
Then, suddenly, a flash of light on the horizon caught the eye of the Coast Guard pilot.
Our pilot in command spotted something flashing, just a very quick flash. We all agreed to divert from the search and rescue pattern, went over there, and sure enough, as we were making our approach, the light was flashing erratically. It started freaking out.
So as we kind of got closer to the light, it definitely was, okay, this is probably a person. And then we laid eyes on the 3 individuals.
The flashing was a distress signal from the father's small flashlight.
I saw a father and two children clinging to the hull of this boat. It just hit me. I'm like, this is getting real.
What they thought would be a single rescue was now a 3-person operation, and time was running out.
I'm like, let's execute a free fall deployment so we can expedite the rescue process because we are going to be losing daylight.
To execute the free fall deployment, rescue swimmer Ethan McKenzie jumps directly into the water with no hoist line. Meanwhile, the pilots, including Olivia Holt, hold the aircraft in a steady hover.
Adrenaline kicks in, we go into fight or flight mode, and he displayed fearlessness, bravery, because he knew that he was going to risk his life to save those 3 people.
I swim over to the boat. I make communication and establish with everybody. I did notice that there was only one child wearing a life jacket. So I decided to actually take the older child, who I could see was uncomfortable.
From there, a basket is lowered down to lift the victims into the helicopter.
I just explained the situation. I'm gonna take you off the boat. I'm gonna buddy tow you into the basket. Just please stay calm. I know this is gonna be loud, windy, and uncomfortable.
Basket's out of the water. Basket's out of the water. Everybody in the water. That's okay.
Came back to the boat. I was gonna take the second child. He just jumped in the water, swam him over, got him into the basket.
The 2 sons were brought up, and I kind of just threw them a thumbs up, like, you're safe, we're gonna get you home safely.
And I swam back after the dad. Buddy towed him to the basket, got him in there, sent him up.
Our final pickup was for Ethan, our swimmer. You just look back and it's a full cabin of people, which is a great experience to see. So we got a full load and we're ready to bring them back safely to Maui.
Once inside the helicopter, I was able to just visually pick up on the dad and his emotion. Leaned in to give him a hug, and he just cried. And he said, thank you. And I just sat in that moment of peace. That I'm like, we did this. We did this.
Coming up, we give you an exclusive look at the U.S. Coast Guard's search and rescue training.
Wow, I can really see how you can miss somebody in distress here.
The first challenge is even finding the people that need our help.
But first, a tip on how you and your loved ones can stay safe at sea.
Whether you're swimming, kayaking, or surfing, there's nothing quite like ocean activities. But it's important to remember that the ocean can be unexpected and powerful. Rip currents are a common and dangerous hazard that can challenge even the strongest athletes.
If you find yourself caught in a rip current, the most important thing to do is stay calm. Don't fight the current. Instead, swim parallel to the shore. This will help you break free of the current. Once you're out of its grip, swim back to shore at an angle to avoid getting pulled back in.
And remember, it's always best to swim in areas that are monitored by trained lifeguards. Swim safe, your life could depend on it.
A 4-person helicopter team from the U.S. Coast Guard pulled off a miraculous feat, rescuing a father and his 2 sons adrift miles from the Maui shoreline.
It's so vast, so for us to be able to find anybody with zero information was monumental.
That gave me the chills seeing them, and it was only my second rescue as a Coast Guard pilot, so it was a special day all around.
The oldest child looked at us and said, if you didn't see us, we were going to die. And at that point, I just looked at him like, but we did. We saw you. You made yourself visible, and now you get to go home.
If you ever find yourself in a dangerous situation like this, the Coast Guard stresses the importance of following key safety measures to improve your chances of survival.
The value of having a life jacket, an emergency indicating radio beacon, a flashlight, flares, a throwable, honestly, anything that can get you visual or heard is paramount. Those particular resources can keep you alive.
Of course, these high-risk rescues couldn't take place without a well-trained team of pilots, flight mechanics, and rescue swimmers. Sheldon Yellen of our sponsor Belfour Property Restoration recently took part in this elite training by being airlifted into a hovering helicopter.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you in the basket. Stay hands above your head, and we'll get you up safely, okay? It's going to be really loud, really windy. So just get in and hang on. Great. Just hang out right here.
The noise of the helicopter is deafening. You see that basket and look up, it's a scary thing. But these rescue swimmers are confident, clear, and trained to keep you calm. And it works. The moment we took to the skies, the ocean revealed its true scale, an endless blue abyss.
Wow, I can really see how you can miss somebody in distress here.
Yeah, it's the first challenge is even finding the people that need our help.
Signaling is really important, and whether it's a white sheet or a metal object that can give a reflective signal up to you is critically important.
It is critically important to have something that will catch our eye from the sky to let us know, hey, I'm in trouble and I need some assistance. So people are always waving to Coast Guard helicopters. Sometimes it's a friendly wave, and sometimes it's a, hey, I'm in danger wave, and it's important for them to know the difference so we can help them out when they need it.
It became unmistakably clear that the beam from the victim's flashlight played a crucial role in saving 3 lives that day in Hawaii.
Of course, it was only seen thanks to the sharp eyes and quick action of the brave men and women of the United States Coast Guard.
What fulfills me and my roles in the Coast Guard are my ability to give back, to help, to make an impact. I think the most rewarding part about that is to bringing people back home.
Flight school and becoming a Coast Guard pilot requires years of training and a lot of hard work and studying. But once you get your first couple cases, that is absolutely the best job in the world.
The role is defined as, in this very great motto, so others may live.
Coming up, first responders face a fast-spreading house fire to save a helpless victim.
A mother tells me her kid's inside.
I'm telling Jess, mask up, we're going in right now.
We usually picture firefighters running into burning buildings, and they often do. But for these folks, it's not just about the fire. It's about protecting lives. And when a child needs to be saved, it hits home, especially for those who have children of their own.
When a mother's bedridden daughter was trapped inside their burning home, these heroes refused to give up in a perilous attempt to get her to safety.
Spanning a vast stretch of Southern California, the San Bernardino County Fire Department protects one of the largest service areas in America. In February 2025, the department's unwavering commitment was put to the test.
We have a report of an occupied structure fire.
The call dropped that there was a structure fire. We just drop what we do, run out to the engine, get dressed, and we start heading out. I can see fire and smoke coming through every piece of that house. I knew that time was of the essence.
It had caught the backyard on fire, and now the neighbors' houses were catching on fire. We could lose a lot of properties and threaten a lot of lives if we don't stop this.
Suddenly, the situation took a frightening turn.
I run around to grab a hose line, and a mother runs up to me and tells me in Spanish that her kid's inside.
I'm telling Jess, mask up, we're going in right now. And he didn't question, he just said, okay, Cap.
Determined, they made their way into the home.
Being a parent, I have 2 daughters. It makes you definitely heightened to hear that there's a child in the back bedroom. Every parent's worst nightmare.
I have 2 kids. I have a daughter and a son. When I heard that somebody's kid's inside, I'm gonna put every piece of knowledge, every training that I've done on this, and I'm gonna get her. We knew we had to search for a little girl, and we didn't know where she was.
But the girl had special needs and was nonverbal. She was unable to call out for help.
I was just told a child was in the back bedroom. We don't know the layout of the home before we go in it.
You go down the hallway because we're gonna head towards where the rooms were. There's smoke and fire going over our heads, really hot.
The 2 men began methodically checking every room. But room after room, they came up empty.
When we don't find the person through our first couple of doorways, the pressure to find that person increases tenfold because we're expecting to find them and expecting to get them out. And then they're not there.
Coming up, the encroaching fire leaves few options for escape.
We can't stay in here. It's filling up with smoke even more, and she's coughing and struggling.
But first, you'd be surprised how easily a house fire can start. Here's one smart way to help lower your risk.
We rarely think about our hot water heaters until something goes wrong. But these appliances can sometimes be among the most dangerous in your house.
Gas water heaters maintain a continuous flame to heat your household water. If there's a gas leak or combustible materials come into contact with the flame, it can potentially spark a dangerous fire. Alternatively, if the open flame goes out, heaters can emit hazardous carbon monoxide gas. Play it safe by having your water heater checked annually. Also, keep the surrounding area free from any debris.
With regular maintenance and a clutter-free zone, you can ensure a safe, stress-free home. So stay proactive and keep your appliance in check to avoid getting into hot water.
San Bernardino, California Fire Chief Nick Turner and fireman Jesse Quiseno entered into a burning home, searching for a bedridden special needs girl. Suddenly, a flashover erupted, sending searing flames rolling over their heads. Outside, Fire Captain Greg Soria was in communication with the victim's mother.
I heard the mother in Spanish say, "My daughter's in this room." And she was pointing to a bedroom window on the side of the house. Our goal was to open that window, and if we could safely get in from the outside in.
Armed with nothing but hand tools, Captain Soria and his team fought to tear through the heavy metal window.
This house did not have windows that you can buy today. It was difficult. It was a physical obstacle that we had to overcome to try to get in.
Inside the home, Chief Turner had made his way into the remaining bedroom.
Once we opened that door, I started searching that bedroom. I immediately moved to my left, and I found her lying on the bed. I wanted to let her know, like, I got you. I can't imagine how scary it was for her. You know, if it was my daughter, I'd want someone to say something nice to her.
Now, Turner had to get her out fast.
I thought, okay, if I go through the way we came, she's gonna take some heat, but we can't stay in here. It's filling up with smoke even more, and she's coughing and struggling.
Outside, Captain Soria managed to remove the heavy window.
When we got that window open, they had a bookcase up against the window. And once we got the curtains and the bookcase broken down, I could see the bed in the corner.
I said, hey. And they said, yeah, right here. And I was like, oh, okay, I can get her to a window. And now I can actually see the window. I can see a little bit of light.
He was able to pick her up, and I was already at the window to receive her.
I did feel a huge sense of relief when my captain finally found her and was able to get her out.
We were able to get loaded into an ambulance and taken to the hospital.
For 90 grueling minutes, the team fought back the flames. The damage was devastating, but the girl they saved made a full recovery and was back in her mother's arms.
When you hear my daughter's in there, we're gonna risk and do whatever we have to do in order to get in there and perform that rescue.
We train, we work hard, we do the job. I know that we take pride in that. So when we did get that rescue, it was all worth it.
Seeing our mom's Give me 1 minute. This is why we do it. We do it because when there's no one else to turn to, we'll show up and we'll take care of your problem. That's the beauty of my job. I'm so lucky that I have a job where we get to make an impact.
Whether you're a parent or a kid, being ready for an emergency really matters. That means having a fire escape plan at home and making sure that you wear a life jacket when you're out on the water.
These simple steps can make all the difference. And if something does happen, you'll be in a much better position to stay safe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time for another exciting episode of Hearts of Heroes.